The studio lights are bright as always on the set of The View, with the familiar round table surrounded by Whoopi Goldberg moderating, Joy Behar to her left cracking jokes, Sunny Hostin looking sharp in her outfit, Sarah Haynes smiling warmly, Alyssa Farah Griffin ready with conservative takes, and Anna Navarro adding her fiery commentary. Today the hot topic is a heated political discussion about recent events in Washington, where opinions are flying left and right, and tensions are building because Sunny Hostin has strong views on social justice issues while Joy Behar wants to keep things light with humor. The audience is clapping enthusiastically as the segment begins, and Whoopi introduces the clip of a controversial statement from a politician that has everyone buzzing. Sunny leans forward passionately, explaining why she believes this reflects deeper systemic problems in society, her voice rising with conviction as she cites historical examples and personal anecdotes from her career as a lawyer. Joy interrupts with a quip, trying to deflect the seriousness by comparing it to something absurd from pop culture. But Sunny pushes back, saying that minimizing these issues does a disservice to those affected. The back and forth continues, with Sarah trying to mediate and Alyssa offering a different perspective, but the clash between Sunny and Joy intensifies when Joy accuses Sunny of being too intense on air. Sunny retorts that Joy's constant joking avoids real accountability, and the audience gasps as voices overlap in the live broadcast. As the argument escalates, Whoopi tries to steer the conversation back by asking Anna for her thoughts, but Sunny is not backing down, gesturing emphatically while making her points about equality and representation. Joy rolls her eyes visibly and fires back with sarcasm, saying Sunny always turns everything into a lecture, which prompts Sunny to defend her position more vigorously, referencing specific laws and court cases that support her view. The panel is divided now, with some nodding in agreement with Sunny and others siding with Joy's call for more balance in discussions. Commercials are approaching, but the clash shows no sign of slowing, and Sunny's face flushes with frustration as Joy laughs off another serious comment. The live audience is on the edge of their seats, some cheering for one side, others for the other, creating an electric atmosphere in the studio. Sunny emphasizes how important it is to address these topics head-on without sugarcoating, while Joy insists that humor is what keeps viewers coming back and prevents the show from becoming too preachy. This exchange reveals the underlying differences in their styles, with Sunny's legal background making her analytical and direct, contrasted with Joy's comedic timing and desire to entertain. Whoopi bangs the gavel lightly to signal a break, but before they cut to commercial, Sunny makes one final pointed remark that leaves Joy speechless for a moment. Returning from commercial, the tension is palpable as the hosts sip their coffee and try to reset. But the clash reignites almost immediately when the next topic ties back to the previous one. Joy starts with a joke to lighten the mood, but Sunny interrupts, saying it's not the time for levity given the gravity of the issues at hand. Joy responds sharply, telling Sunny to relax and not take everything so personally, which only fuels Sunny's response about passion being necessary for change. Alyssa chimes in supporting Joy's point about finding common ground, while Sarah expresses empathy for Sunny's perspective, creating a multi-layer debate. The audience reacts with applause and murmurs, sensing the genuine friction between the two longtime co-hosts. Sunny stands her ground, elaborating on how dismissive attitudes perpetuate problems, her words measured but firm. Joy counters by sharing a personal story from her early career to illustrate why humor has power too. But Sunny questions if that's always appropriate. Whoopi attempts to wrap the segment, praising both for their viewpoints, but the unresolved energy lingers as Sunny shakes her head slightly in disagreement. The discussion moves to viewer questions submitted online, one of which directly references the ongoing tension, asking how the hosts handle disagreements on air. This opens the floodgates again, with Joy admitting they sometimes clash but it's part of what makes the show authentic, while Sunny stresses the importance of respectful discourse even in disagreement. Joy teases Sunny about being the serious one at the table, which draws laughs from the audience but visibly irritates Sunny, who replies that seriousness is needed when discussing real lives impacted by policies. Anna jumps in with a passionate defense of both approaches, but the focus remains on Sunny and Joy as they trade barbs veiled in professionalism. Sarah tries to share a neutral story, but it's clear the clash is the centerpiece of today's episode. Sunny's body language shows she's reaching her limit, crossing her arms and speaking more curtly, while Joy maintains her witty demeanor but with an edge. The producer's signal time is running short for the segment, but the exchange continues until Whoopi forcefully changes topics to an upcoming guest. As the show progresses to lighter fare, like celebrity news, the earlier clash simmers beneath the surface, with occasional side glances between Sunny and Joy. When a fun topic comes up, Joy dominates with anecdotes, but Sunny interjects with a more substantive take, leading Joy to quip that Sunny can't help herself. This prompts Sunny to finally snap, saying she's tired of her contributions being downplayed, and in a moment of high emotion, she pushes back her chair and stands up abruptly. The studio falls silent except for gasps from the audience as Sunny declares she needs a moment and walks off the set toward the backstage area. Joy looks stunned, mouth open mid-sentence, while Whoopi quickly covers by going to commercial early, assuring viewers everything is fine but acknowledging the passionate debate got intense. The other hosts exchange worried looks as the screen fades to ads. After the commercial break, the show resumes with Sunny absent from the table, and Whoopi explains that Sunny stepped away briefly but will return shortly, framing it as part of the real emotions that make The View unique. Joy apologizes on air for any escalation, saying they are friends who disagree strongly sometimes, and the panel moves forward with the guest interview. Backstage clips later shared online show Sunny composing herself with staff support, returning calmer for the final segment where she and Joy share a hug, laughing it off as a family squabble. The episode ends on a reconciliatory note, with the hosts emphasizing their bond despite differences, and the audience applauding the raw authenticity. This dramatic moment becomes viral fodder, sparking discussions about on-air dynamics and passion in television, ultimately highlighting why viewers tune in for the unscripted energy.